After Comey tries to save face, Trump feeds him a bitter taste of his own poison by usfortrump.com. It's no secret by now that a second special counsel is being sought by House Republicans. It's also not a secret that former Obama-era administrators are all on the hot seat for illegal activities, from Obama on down to Loretta Lynch, James Clapper, and James Comey. They are all lashing out, writing books, shilling on CNN, or having their perspectives paraded all over the leftist media. Clapper and Comey have all tweeted in hopes they are equally as successful as POTUS is with his tweeting. But no, it's a big backfire for Clapper and Comey. In fact, if you listen closely to Comey's interview, he almost sounds like a closet communist. And his latest series of tweets are disheartening only because they are pure Goebbels, propaganda in nature. From Comey's Twitter feed, Facts Matter, the FBI's use of confidential human sources, the actual term, is tightly regulated and essential to protecting the country. Attacks on the FBI and lying about its work will do lasting damage to our country. How will Republicans explain this to their grandchildren? Dangerous time when our country is led by those who will lie about anything, backed by those who will believe anything based on information from media sources that will say anything. Americans must break out of that bubble and seek the truth. He sounds like an entire lumber mill sawing wood to make useful shapes. Moreover, Britt Hume sums up Comey's tweet perfectly. He says, in other words, sure, we were spying, but get the title right, and by the way, it's all under control. Furthermore, POTUS had something to say on the subject. While the president was on his way to the MS-13 speech today in Long Island, New York, he was stopped as he was about to board Marine One. He was asked about Comey. The president responded, "I think James Comey has a lot of problems. If you look at what he did, if you look at all of the lies, the tremendous lies, if you look at all that is going on," he said. POTUS continued. Now, at some point, they have an IG report, and then let's see what James Comey has to say. I assume he's covered in the IG report, the president commented, then said, "I think James Comey has a lot of problems." Let's take a quick listen here.
Hello, folks. All you have to do is look at the basics and you'll see. It looks like a very serious event, but we'll find out. When they look at the documents, I think people are going to see a lot of bad things happen. I hope it's not so. Because if it is, there's never been anything like it in the history of our country. I mean, if you look at Clapper, he sort of admitted that they had spies in the campaign yesterday, inadvertently. But I hope it's not true, but it looks like it is.
The president, the former FBI director, James Comey, said he used the word spy is the wrong word. He said,
I think James Comey's got a lot of problems. If you look at what he did, if you look at all of the lies, the tremendous lies, if you look at all that's going on, I think James Comey's got a lot of problems. Now, at some point they have an IG report, and then let's see what James Comey has to say. But I assume he's covered in the IG report. But if you look at what he said, all of the lies, all of the fiction, I think he's got a lot of problems. Well, I don't want to get into it yet, but I will tell you after we look at the proof. Would he know? I would certainly hope not, but I think it's going to be pretty obvious after a while. We're going now to talk about MS-13 with the great police officers. We're going out to Long Island. I don't know. Are you coming with us? Does anybody know? It's going to be very exciting. No. We're not undercutting. We're cleaning everything up. This was a terrible situation. What we're doing is we're cleaning everything up. It's so important. What I'm doing is a service to this country. And I did a great service to this country by firing James Comey. And, excuse me,
I agree.
a lot of people have said it. And you go into the FBI, and a lot of those great people working in the FBI, they will tell you, I did a great service to our country by firing James Comey. I want them all to get together, and I want them, because everybody wants this solved. But a lot of bad things have happened. We now call it Spygate. You're calling it Spygate. A lot of bad things have happened. I want them all to get together. They'll sit in a room. Hopefully they'll be able to work it out among themselves. NAFTA? Excuse me, NAFTA? I think your auto workers and your auto companies in this country are going to be very happy with what's going to happen. You'll be seeing very soon what I'm talking about. NAFTA is very difficult. Mexico has been very difficult to deal with. Canada has been very difficult to deal with. They have been taking advantage of the United States for a long time. I am not happy with their requests, but I will tell you, in the end, we win. We will win, and we'll win big. We'll get along with Mexico, we'll get along with Canada, but I will tell you, they have been very difficult to deal with. They're very spoiled because nobody's done this. But I will tell you that what they asked for is not fair. Our auto workers are going to be extremely happy. Say it what? Well, we're going to see what happens. On Singapore, we're going to see. And it could happen, could very well happen. But whatever it is, we will know next week about Singapore. And if we go, I think it'll be a great thing for North Korea. I can't hear you, John.
Yesterday in the Oval Office, you see the suggestion of pessimism about the June 12th debate. Do you think that will actually happen?
Someday a date will happen. It could very well be June 12th. Someday a date will absolutely happen. It could very well be June 12th. We'll see. We'll know next week. Well, they're going to all be in the room tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. What I want is I want total transparency. Wait, you have to have transparency. Even they probably want transparency because this issue supersedes the party. This supersedes Republicans and Democrats. So what I want from Rod, from the FBI, from everybody, we want transparency. And you know what? I think in their own way, they are obstructionists, but even the Democrats, I really believe, on this issue, it supersedes. I think they want transparency too. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, in other words, Brit Hume here, sure, we were spying, but get the title right. And by the way, it's all under control. James Comey, we saw his tweets. Yeah, how will Republicans explain this to their grandchildren? Give it a rest, James Comey. Give it a rest. Facts matter. The FBI's use of confidential human sources, the actual term is tightly regulated. Yeah, spy. And essentially to protecting the country. Oh, really? Attacks on the FBI and lying about its work will do lasting damage to our country. You've done lasting damage to yourself, James Comey. Dangerous time when our country is led by those who will lie about anything. You mean is he talking about himself here? Backed by those who will believe anything based on information from media sources that will say anything. Americans must break out of that bubble and seek the truth. Yeah, we are seeking the truth. Let's see what the IG report says about you, Comey, and then we'll talk about the country and the grandkids and everything else, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.